Single Uber Mom Carrie here. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. It's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. That's something me and my son do. He looks so cute when he does it because he's only like 21 months old. So whenever I pick him up on Friday, he's with me for the whole weekend, obviously. So I'm like, it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. And he does the hand motion and everything. It's so funny. It's the cutest thing ever. But, there was a particular thing that I was wanting to talk about and a story that I was wanting to tell, and it wasn't even very long, but now I can't even think of what it was. I hate when this happens. Oh my gosh, what was I gonna... Let me think. While I'm thinking, if I can multitask like this. This morning I did do the promotion, and I was actually able to do it, and I got the 3 rides. So I got the $10 extra for doing the 3 rides before 9 a.m. Which I love getting that $10. It's just $10, but I love getting it because it's all you do is work like you normally would, get 3 rides, and you get $10. If you get 6, you get $20, and it's $5 more on each for Monday. So it's worth it because you're just doing what you would already be doing. And if you don't normally drive in the morning, like I didn't used to, but now I will drive in the morning just to try to get that promotion. Sometimes I feel like they are trying to scam me. They will wait till the last minute, or they'll give me a trip that's really far away, like Monroe, that trip to Monroe that I was talking about, that pretty much paid shit. And then, like, I know they really couldn't help it, but it was 3 Hispanic guys, and they were going from Fayetteville. This is Georgia, mind you. And Fayetteville is about maybe 40 miles south of Atlanta. And then Monroe, I would say, is maybe about 30 miles north of Atlanta, because the whole trip was 71 miles. So they were doing work on a roof in the neighborhood that I picked them up on. It was a pretty big job. There was a lot of people out there, but I used to do construction and remodeling and painting, so the Hispanic community definitely comes in bulk, especially when it comes to construction. They get as many people out there as they can to get the job done as fast as possible, and then they all split the profit, and they do so many jobs that they actually end up making money at doing it like that. Whereas, you know, when we had our own business, we would do, you know, a job that would take maybe a week, something they could probably do in, you know, a day or 2. We didn't really do roofing. Just very minor every now and then repairs, but nothing major where we did a whole roof or whatever. It was just mostly just painting and remodeling, installing windows, doors, things like that. Anyways, something that could take us about a week, you know, we would work with, you know, me, my ex-boyfriend that I had the company with, and his name was David Jones, and the business was in his name, David Jones Painting and Contracting. I think it still comes up on the internet if you look it up, but he passed away in 2011. We actually were not together. I was already married to my now husband, and me and my ex-boyfriend David, we never got married, but I loved him dearly. I did, but it was almost like we made better friends and hangout buddies than anything, than a couple. And we both drank a lot, and then it got to a point where we were in the flood of 2009, and it was really bad. Like, it was so bad, they said the likelihood of it ever happening again would be like, you know, once in 500 years. At first they said once in 100 years, and then they came back and said that it was so bad, the likelihood of it happening again would be once in another 500 years. I mean, our whole house was completely underwater except for maybe 3 feet of the roof. So we lost a lot. It was after that we were both pretty traumatized. I think we both had post-traumatic stress disorder from it. I'm not going to go into the whole thing. That's actually a whole different story. But it was very traumatic. And we were both very, very anxious. Our anxiety got very bad after the flood. And we both had history of anxiety and panic attacks. I had already been suffering from them before the flood, and afterwards it got worse, and his got way worse as well. His got really bad, to the point he would throw up if he did not have, you know, a benzo or anxiety medication like Xanax or Klonopin or something, which at that point we were actually having to get off the street because going to the health department, they don't want to do anything but just put you on an antidepressant and trazodone, which makes you mumble and talk in your sleep, and you're sitting up doing things and you don't even remember it. I don't like that. I hate that stuff. I will never take that stuff again. I hate trazodone. Yeah, I get that and tramadol mixed up, but trazodone, ugh, I don't like it. So anyhow, we were both pretty traumatized. He was still drinking, and I told him that if he didn't quit drinking, that I was basically, I was going to leave him for my now husband. And I told him that I'd met him. I developed feelings for him very quickly. Which is my now husband. I was very honest about it. I did not lie. I did not try to hide it. That made his anxiety worse, and it makes me feel bad. But I was traumatized, and I was looking to basically do anything I could besides drugs or, you know, just, you know, whoring myself out or whatever to forget about my problems. And I looked at my ex-boyfriend, another ex-boyfriend, which was actually my very first real boyfriend who took the V card. And I looked him up because I knew that he could drug problem, and I thought somehow helping him would make me forget about my problems. And that's how I met my now husband, was through him. So I think we may have stayed together had it not been for the flood, but it tore us apart, and we were already holding on by a thread because of the drinking, and I had already quit, and I quit in early 2008, and the flood happened in 2009, or September 21st of 2009, so, you know, I'm sitting here saying, you know, if you can't quit drinking, like, I'm done, and I'm gonna go give this other guy a chance that I really have found a connection with. And I'm debating on whether or not to spill the beans. No, I'm not. It doesn't matter. It's not the point of the story, so I'll leave that out. But anyways, he did continue drinking, so I packed my things up while he was on the front porch drinking with a coworker that did construction with us. And I packed some stuff up to go stay with my now husband overnight, and I pulled around the back, and I'll never forget, he called and he was crying and he was so upset, and he was like, "Where are you going? Why are you leaving?" And I was like, I couldn't even answer the phone, and I just texted him, and I was like, you know, David, I told you if you couldn't quit drinking that I was done, and I meant it. I mean, you know, you cried and you begged me and you were throwing up because of your anxiety, because you didn't want to lose me after I told you about this guy I met, my now husband. And I would think that if I meant that much to you and you wanted to keep me, then why are you still drinking? And he was like, I was only going to drink a couple of beers. And I was like, okay, I said quit drinking. You can't drink 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers. You keep going. You get blackout drunk. Like, you get to the point to where you're so drunk you don't even know what you're doing. Like, you go use the bathroom and you toothpaste in a drawer thinking it's a toilet. I mean, it's that bad. And this was all the time, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I know that sounds funny, but it really was. It was horrible to live like that. And as much as I loved and cared about him, I could not take it anymore. I could not. I was under so much stress, and I was so traumatized. We were staying in a house that I was very grateful to be staying in, because we lost our house. But it was strange, and it was different. It was new, and everything that we had done, we remodeled the whole entire house we lived in, and it was just very difficult. But the point is, he ended up passing away, and on my birthday, which is the day after Christmas, 2011. And it really struck me hard. Almost a year after he passed away, I started abusing my pain pills. And I'm not blaming it on his death, but my husband was a user. And I knew that when I met him. I knew that when I married him. He went to rehab, and he said, if I go, you have to marry me when I get out. And I said, okay, I will. I did. He didn't stop. Surprise, surprise. I didn't know what I know then. I didn't know what I know now back then about drugs and methamphetamines and heroin and all. I didn't know what I know now. I went through my own thing with addiction, and it went from pain pills to heroin to even using a needle. But I've been clean for March 10th was 2 years of this year, 2018. So like 2 years and 2 months. And I am very proud of myself. I take very good care of my child. I'm doing the best I can. The point of the whole story, it started out construction. So this is why I know, I took these 3 Hispanic guys that were doing a roofing job all the way to Monroe, and 71 miles, and there was 3 of them. My trunk was full because I keep the car seat and the stroller and everything else back there, and I had a box of diapers I didn't take out. I completely forgot. So I said, look, just put your stuff in the front seat, or we can probably, I said, look, we'll fit it in the trunk. That I want you guys to be comfortable. They barely spoke any English, so they decided on their own to just put the luggage in the front seat, and all 3 of them sat in the back. So once they got out, I was like, oh my God, I looked around, there was grass all in my car. From them being on that job site. I was like, holy shit. So I had to like get out at the Murphy station, which is what they have, the ones they have at Walmart, after I got gas, and I had to completely like re-clean my whole car. There was like muddy water from one of their grocery bags, like that I guess their lunch was in. So I had to Lysol it, wipe all the grass out, shake the mats off really good. I had to clean it like a second time, and usually I never have to do that twice in one day. The people that ride with me, all my riders over the past few months, they're actually all very clean. I've been very shocked, and I kind of brag for most of my riders. They're very good and respectful, not only to me, but my vehicle. But, I can't remember why I started this video. I had like a certain topic that I wanted to talk about, and now I can't even remember what it is. Damn it. I cannot remember to save my life. But anyways, maybe I'll remember. The cancellation fee. No, I don't know who follows my videos, but the cancellation fee I was supposed to get yesterday. They said if you're under 5, if it's over 5, if it's 5 minutes or over the estimated time of arrival, and the client cancels, then you do not get the cancellation fee. I wish I could somehow show the screenshot of the message Uber sent. It said the request came through at da-da-da time, and the client canceled at da-da-da time. And so I got to looking at the time. I did the math, and it was exactly 13 seconds shy of 5 minutes. So Uber screwed themselves. So I point this out, right? And I get the cancellation fee. And I thought that was pretty funny and clever, because I easily could have not added that up and could have not gotten the fee. They said I was supposed to get $6, but they only gave me $4.50 and said the rest of it would reflect on my next pay statement. And that they said that you get your cut after Uber gets their cut. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh, so you didn't make any money off him canceling until I made money off of it, or until you decided to give me a cancellation fee? Yeah, bullshit. Okay. They kill me. They think we are all so stupid. That's what really gets me, is they think we are all so damn stupid, and that pisses me off. It's like, don't insult my intelligence. I already told them what happened, and it was like, I know there's no way from the time of request that the ETA, I was sitting there thinking there's no way that it was 5 minutes or more. I was like, it took me about 2 minutes to get the gas. I took the wrong turn, but immediately realized it because Uber's navigation was wrong. Turned around, got stuck at the train for like a minute and a half, did all the math, and I was like, that's only like 4.5 minutes. So then I looked at the time she put, and I added it up, and I was like, wait, that's 13 seconds shy of 5 minutes. So I wrote them back, and I was like, that's 13 seconds shy of 5 minutes. And I was like, no, we're on a set time clock, and we have to go second by second by second by second. And we have to literally sit there and watch it count down until we are able to cancel and be eligible for the cancellation fee. So why shouldn't it be the same for them? I said it's 13 seconds shy of 5 minutes, therefore I am eligible for the cancellation fee and should receive it, because I drove all but 1 mile to his house, then had to pass his house, or the neighborhood he lived in. So technically I pretty much drove all the way there, because in order to go back home I had to keep going down that street and pass his neighborhood. All because I was just trying to be nice and let him know, look, the train's going by. It's going at a decent speed. I don't think it's going to take long. So as soon as the train goes by, I should be there very soon. The train went by. I was moving. I know he could see on the app I was moving. And then as soon as I get there and I'm about to turn on the road that his neighborhood was off of, he canceled. He did that crap on purpose. I know he did. It was bullshit. It really made me mad. But I did get the cancellation fee, because I was like, no, this ain't fair. This ain't right. It was 13 seconds shy, so I got it. They always say it's going to reflect on the next pay statement, then you don't never see it because they're hoping you'll just forget. Every time they say that, I never see shit. Never. Anyways, I'm not going to make this video any longer. Hopefully I can remember what I was originally going to make the video about, but I really can't right now. I have no clue. Like, oh, it was juicy and it was good. Oh well. Okay. Well, anyways, I hope everyone has a great Friday, and I hope all the Uber drivers out there make good money, and everyone else too, even non-Uber, non-Lyft, whatever. Have a great day, make a lot of money, and this would be single Uber mom Carrie out. See you guys soon. Bye.